Hello, thanks for tuning in. I had the opportunity to do a live update today, so I've taken it a little bit early. Volume may not quite be finalised, but it won't be far away and it shouldn't increase much. Just put some lines in quickly. I'm not sure whether I should draw this current zone as a sideways zone like that or as a period of bullish absorption. There's probably a little bit of both at the moment, but we'll leave it just like that at the moment with a breakout above this little sideways zone here. Now the ASX 200 index closed higher today, as you can see, showing some real intent. We've had this absorption pattern going on all week with these poorly closing bars that pushed up higher early in the day only to be allowed to close lower as the day wore on. In fact, this bar did exactly the same thing as well. So you've had the last 3 days prior to today do that. And that just leaves a bit of a question mark on the trading. Until you see the response, you really don't know 100% what's going on. I felt yesterday, after 3 days of rises of exactly the same sort of bar, it was more positive than negative. And there's certainly been no downside follow through at all, which does push towards it being a period of bullish absorption. But today appears to have confirmed that. And overall, this is a positive for higher prices in the future if it's confirmed again next week. Really, only a complete reversal next week in response could contradict what appears to be the determined and ongoing week of buying support across the local market. Price pushed higher from the open today and then moved into consolidation mode around lunchtime. It spent a little bit of time there moving sideways in consolidation mode, absorbing any supply that was drawn out in response. And then during the afternoon, price pushed higher again, showing a strong underlying demand into the close of trade. The usual late afternoon Friday increase in supply did appear late in the session, but it appeared to be comfortably absorbed by the market as it emerged. The market over recent days has shown determined and ongoing buying support, almost resembling a scramble for positions. It wasn't really a scramble for positions, but the amount of determination over the last 3 days in particular really does suggest it was that sort of buying. There was no let up. It was buy the offer, buy the offer, buy the offer. And then today was the response with a nice strong up bar on a really good increase in volume, possibly an excessive increase in volume. So you'll likely see a test for supply early next week just to make sure that there's no supply being drawn out in response. Spread increased today over all the recent trading right through this zone, and the close was up near the day's high, which gives a suggestion of underlying strength. The increased spread was supported by an increase in volume, and it was quite high overall, and it wasn't affected by expiry day. This was all on-market traded volume, which only adds to the underlying strength seen today, with the only proviso being there's no complete reversal next week. And a complete reversal would look more like this. I'm not expecting it. I don't think it'll happen at all, but if that happened next week, it would be a concern and we would need to really look at changing the narrative somewhat. But I'm not expecting that will happen. What I am expecting is a little test for supply, something like this, showing that reduced volume is being drawn out. And if that's the case, then I would expect some form of push higher in response, which would then confirm today's trading, and the test for supply would hopefully confirm that supply is low and there's no selling pressure, or there's no serious selling pressure in the market. Okay, at the close of trade today, the local market finished 46.5 points higher, which is 2/3%. Thanks for your time. Have a good weekend. See ya.